This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord Yahweh. And before I continue, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles and elders, teach the truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Jeremiah 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that means destruction to you would-be pastors out there, so-called Christian pastors who have destroyed and scattered the sheep, still preaching that plantation Christianity and have no understanding of the scriptures, which Esau, forced, by the sword and, lynching and whatever, to preach out to our people, those lies, back in slavery. Woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord Yahweh. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock and driven them away. You pastors have scattered the flock and driven them away. With your lying preaching and your gimmicks and your cons. You know what you do. Act like you bringing people back from the dead and, just all kind of crazy stuff. Healing people walking, excuse me, people getting up out of wheelchairs and stuff and walking and just all kind of old gimmicks. And have not visited them, behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, said the Lord Yahweh. And not visit them means you have not told them the truth. You have not told them the truth because you don't know the truth. You know a little bit of the truth, but you won't even tell them that. You read the Bible, you so-called preachers and pastors, Christian preachers and pastors, you read the Bible, you know some of the truth. You know that the so-called black folks right here, Israelites, you know some of the truth, but that 501c3, that gag order that the government, got you on, don't tell them this, don't tell them that, so you can't have to pay no taxes. You're not telling the flock anything. You just having the same old vomit that you've been preaching since the slavery. And let's get a precept. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 10. Let's see here. Isaiah 29. And this is Isaiah 29 and verse 10. For the Lord Yahweh had poured out upon the spirit of deep sleep. You got y'all pastors and preachers sleep. That's the spirit of deep sleep the Most High done poured out on you pastors, you Christian, so-called Christian pastors, and have closed your eyes. You can't see. You can't hear either. And have closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, your prophets and your rulers. The seals had he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the word of a book that is sealed. This book is sealed to you. You won't repent. You won't even seek the man of the Lord to try to even learn. So you can, turn the people back to the Most High. But you won't do that because of your pride and money. And like I say, 501c3, they're packed with the devil, the government. And in the vision become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. A lot of times you ask the preachers, in the Christian church, what does this mean? I don't know. That's sealed. Ain't nobody know what it means. You don't know what it means because you blinded. The Most High blind you and got you in that deep sleep. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, so-called preaching pastors, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, I love the Lord. The Lord this, and love the Lord that. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as these people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me, and they fear to what me is taught by the precepts of man. So the Most High said, all this love you say you got from him and all that, you don't love him because you don't know the scriptures. That's the precepts taught by men. Esau taught you what loving the Most High means. With his wicked ass, he don't know nothing. He got you all fooled up. He got you serving him. Let's go to another precept. Let's go to Isaiah 9:16. This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and if they are led of them are destroyed. Like I say, these priests, they're the leaders of, so-called black folks. They cause y'all to err. They don't know what the scriptures mean. And, they led you are led to be destroyed. They don't know anything. They don't actually something in the Bible. They don't know. They just guess. And they go by what they think it means. Not by what the scriptures think it means. If they would only just repent and seek the man of the Lord is out there preaching on the highways and byways, and they would learn. And you would learn, if you was sitting up in them doggone churches. You would learn. But a lot of them coming up out of them churches. A lot of them are seeking the men of the Lord. And you should too. Let's go to another precept. Let's go to Isaiah 28:7. This is Isaiah 28:7. But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink. These philosophies and doctrines are out of the way, that the priests and the prophets have erred through strong drink, that they are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. They just don't know. These preachers and prophets, they err, strong wine, these different doctrines and philosophies, they don't know. All they've been taught is what Esau, have taught them. They go to these doggone schools, of higher learning or so-called higher learning, and that's the higher learning of the devil. They go to these seminary schools and be taught by the devil Esau. Now, what the damn devil know? Just wickedness. He don't know nothing. That's why you don't know nothing. A lot of people go by, you just don't know nothing. When you get in these scriptures and repent and get in these scriptures and look at the video of the Father and the men of the Lord, in a few months, you'll know more than what those preachers and pastors, the so-called Christian church know. Verse 8. For all the tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. And they preach the same old vomit every time you go to church. The Lord love you. Come and get your blessing. Sow a seed. God love everybody. Now God hates the sin, but love the sinner. Just the same old lies. Come as you are. And I can go on and on. And that's far from the truth. Let's go to another precept. Jeremiah 5:26. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lie wait as these set of snares. They set a trap, they catch men. And these doggone, people just wicked, pastors and preachers and deacons or whatever. They wicked men. They think they're righteous, but they wicked. And they sit there and, like I said, with these cons and gimmicks, lie and wait and set snares and get you in the church and get you in there and get all your money. Get you women in there and, have, adulterous, relationships with you. And that's what they do. They go all out preaching, hooping and hollering and shouting. That's not of the Most High. Verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so their house is full of deceit. They full of deceit. They lying to you. I know the Lord. No, they don't. Who you say to know the Lord, keeping his commandments. In 1 John. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. So like I say, they get your money. They go in there and they preach a sad story, playing on your emotions and your feelings, and what you do. When they pass that pot around, you come out of your pocket heavily. You think you buying, they got you. The way they have it is like you buying your way into heaven. If you don't give enough money, you ain't going to get into heaven. That's the way it is. That's the way it seems. Verse 28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They pass the deeds of these doggone white Christian pastors. They're just wicked. They judge not, they cause the fatherless, which is Israelite, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they judge. Shall I not visit them? Should I not visit for these things, said the Lord Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Most High gonna get it. Gonna get the 2/3. They don't repent, come back to the, law, statutes, commandments. The Most High gonna get you. He gonna get all you. Y'all in the last day, y'all think y'all be run up in them doggone Christian churches and gonna be saved, and going up in the chariot? Nope. The Most High gonna smite all y'all. Gonna turn all y'all into powder. Let's go to another precept. Let's go to Ezekiel 34 and 10. And this is the book of Ezekiel 34 and 10. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, God unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? So what they're saying, woe be to them shepherds that fatten themselves off the money and, the fame, off the poor people, setting up in the doggone church. Sending kids to college. They get right around these big, brand new Cadillacs. They got these big old houses. There's all kind of stuff, $1,000 suits, millions of dollars in the bank. That's for the big time, the ones that really can lie and swindle. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? That's self-explanatory. Should the preachers feed the flock? Should they be giving the flock? Should they be taking care of the people? Making sure they got what they need? No, they don't do that. Should they be taking the sick, to get them health care? Should they be distributing money, amongst, the poor? No, they don't do it. They take all the money and for themselves. Verse 3, yet eat the fat, like I just said, and ye clothe you with the wool. You kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. You feed the flock, getting rich. And you don't pay none of it back. You don't give back to the flock. You don't help them out no kind of way. Poor widow or old woman bills, behind, she got a last dime. And what you do? And they probably come and ask for some money, or don't want to give them nothing. Or don't even go around and ask and see how the flock is doing. That's what you selfish Christian pastors do. When somebody die, what you do? Instead of, you going, helping out, preaching funeral, and you got to charge them. Verse 4, the disease have you not strengthened, neither have you healed that was sick, neither have you bound up that was broken, neither have you brought again that was driven away, neither have you sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have you ruled them. Verse 5, and they were scattered because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered. And they became meat to all these other religions and, Islam and Buddha and Kemet and Scientology. They got them. JC. They got them. That's when y'all failed as priests. When you went on the devil's side, for money, riches, and power. Verse 6. My sheep wander through all the mountains and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. You scattered the sheep, went all over the earth, searching, for the Most High, and didn't know how, didn't know who, or where to go. Y'all knew, y'all didn't, you chose money. Verse 7, therefore ye shepherds hear the words of the Lord Yahweh. As I live, said the Lord Yahweh, power, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search my flock. But the shepherds fed themselves, and fed not the flock. Verse 9, therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. So the Most High is going to come and get us. He's going to destroy you, doggone pastors. That's future tense. He's going to come and get us. He's going to get Jake's, and he's going to get the 12 tribes of Israel all back together again. We're going to be one, we're going to be as one once again. Let's see. Let's go to another precept. Let's go to Ezekiel 13:4. O Israel, thy prophets are like foxes in a desert. That means a fox in the desert. He slick. You can't get that joker. Can't catch him. Slick. He out for himself. He run by themselves. Nomads. Verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gates. That's the preachers. You hadn't went out to the gates of the streets. Neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle of the day of the Lord. That's like neither have you made a fortified, the hedge is like a fortified wall for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. You ain't told them nothing. They don't know. Let's see, next precept. Let's go to Jeremiah 5:31. Here's Jeremiah 5:31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and the people love to have it so. They sit up there and they tell you lies and tell you things that make you feel good and say the old saying, spit up that old vomit. They've been vomiting since plantation Christianity came to existence when they beat it into us back in slavery. And our people they still love to hear that stuff. Playing that old music, getting up dancing and shouting and thinking the Lord is dealing with you, which is not. He ain't even in the churches built by hands, and he don't like that old music. And when you get to talk about the spirit hit me, that's really Satan when the demons jumped in your ass. It's not the spirit. The spirit is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Let me see. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule their means, and people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? We go to another precept. Let's go to Jeremiah 3 and 15. This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that's the pastors out on the street, preaching on the highways and byways. Most High have sent those pastors that's going to feed you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. If if you of the elect, and you trying to repent, if you want to repent and come back to the Most High, these are the prophets that's going to teach you the way, teach you how to repent, teach you what must you do, teach you break down this Bible, so you come back to the Most High, and know how to serve Him. Let's see, go to Jeremiah 6:16. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your soul. But the they said is, so-called Israelites, us, but they say we will not walk therein, stubborn. Won't want to listen. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. And that's the men out on the streets, preaching on the highways and byways, preaching you to come back to the Most High and serve Him and quit all your sinning. Like I said, verse 17, but they said, we will not hearken. That's what, the people say. Verse 18, therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people. And that's why, all this evil is coming upon us now. I don't have to tell you about the evil. You see the news. You be on social media. You be on YouTube. You see what's happening in your neighborhoods. Verse 19, hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor my law, but rejected it. And that's why the cops shooting us down. That's why, you can't find no job. That's why they try to stab us with this, in our arm. And that's why it's going to get worse. That's why Jacob trouble coming. It's going to get bad out here. It's going to get really bad. With that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barak HaKadosh, that belongs to the elders and who teaches the truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.